Today, you'll learn how to use QuickBooks Online to onboard your contractors with their W-9s, pay them on time, and file their 1099s automatically. I'm David. I've partnered with QuickBooks to get you this video, so head to the link in the description with me to get started. Let's go. You'll land on this page to get QuickBooks Workforce. Now, Workforce comes in 3 different tiers. Each one has a base monthly fee plus a per head fee for every contractor you pay through direct deposit and employee. The first plan, Workforce Payroll, should be the default for most of you watching. With it, you get next day direct deposit and you can do everything you see in this video. Workforce Premium gives you same day direct deposit. Now that's important if cash flow timing matters for your payroll process. Elite adds $25,000 of payroll tax penalty protection, but it's only for W-2 employees, not contractors. If you don't have W-2 employees and you don't plan to, there is a separate product called QuickBooks Contractor Payments. It's the same contractor flow that you'll see in this video, but it's cheaper than Workforce Payroll. I put a link to it down in the description. I'll be on the payroll plan for the rest of this video, and the accounting plan doesn't really matter too much, so I'll choose Simple Start. Sign up for an account here, and I'll see you on the homepage. We'll start by getting your first contractor in the system. Move your mouse over to the All Apps button, then go to Payroll, then click on Contractors. I've got a contractor here already, but let's add another one by clicking Add a Contractor. Fill in their first and last name and their email, and then make sure to check Email this contractor to complete their profile. When you click Add Contractor, that sends that contractor an email to fill in their W-9 electronically. From the contractor side, this is what the email looks like. They'll click on Get Started. They'll land on a free QuickBooks sign-up page. They do not need to pay for anything. This flow is pretty easy. There are 2 steps to tell your contractors to go through. Page 1 is all the W-9 details. That includes name, business name, social security number, and address. When your contractor clicks Next, they'll electronically sign the form. Then, if you have direct deposit set up, they can fill in their bank details. Now, we're not going to pay people real money in this tutorial, so I'll skip this and click I'll do this later. Once they submit their form, they'll land on this page. This is a slimmed down free version of QuickBooks that allows them to update their W-9 and update their direct deposit info. They can also see 1099 forms issued here at the end of the year. Back in your QuickBooks, you can refresh this contractor page to see all of their details. If you click on the Documents tab, you'll see their W-9 in the system, downloadable as a PDF whenever you need it. That means no more chasing paperwork. Now, let's get your contractors paid. Now, quick reminder before we run a payment, direct deposit needs your company bank verified, and that can take a couple of days. To do that, click on Overview under Payroll, then click the Start button next to the Connect Your Bank line item on that page. Once you've verified your bank, head back to Contractors under Payroll, and then click Bulk Pay Contractors. First off, make sure your checking account is selected here. Then check the boxes next to the contractors you want to pay. Fill in the amount that you'd like to pay in this last column here. Then choose the expense account that it belongs to. I'll just choose contract labor for this example. The description is great for auditing purposes, so I'll say this is for installing a cookie machine at the factory we're building. Customer is optional, but you can use it for job costing. Now, normally you'd use direct deposit here under pay method, but neither of these guys has that set up. With paper check, QuickBooks doesn't issue a check. It just records the payment. You still have to write or print the check yourself. And with checks, it's a good idea to log the check number here on this page before you submit. Now, when you click Submit, you've got a paid contractor on the books. Let's now see what the 1099 process looks like. We're back on the contractors page. This time when we click into Isaiah and then click on Payments, we see every payment we've sent him, categorized, dated, and totaled. Now, as of 2026, you only file 1099s in a couple of circumstances. You'd have to pay them over a certain threshold through bank transfers or checks, and only for specific types of services. Fortunately, QuickBooks helps you out here. If you go back to Contractors and then click View 1099 Filings, you'll land in the year-end filing flow. When you click Try Autofilled Forms, QuickBooks scans your books and drafts those forms automatically. Confirm your company details here and you'll get to the Forms page. Click View Results and we see one contractor here already. Now, are you wondering why we don't see Isaiah here? It's a good question, and you can always investigate why by clicking this Include More Recipients button. You'll see that Isaiah is tracked for 1099 status, but is not recommended for one. To find out why, click on Why Not. If you see something like payments recorded for this vendor are in a category not typically reported on a 1099, here's what you can do. Exit out of this page and then click on Update Account Mappings. Remember we marked Isaiah's work as contract labor? Well, we need to map that to the 1099 form. I already have professional services mapped, so contract labor will follow a similar pattern. I'll select that expense category and then map it to box 1 where it says non-employee compensation. When I click save, this should be reprocessed and we'll see Isaiah show up down below. Note, in case you missed it, I backdated a payment for Isaiah in 2025, so he'd show up on the 1099 list for 2026. Once everyone's showing up correctly, check the box next to a contractor and click I'm reviewed and I'm ready to file. Now, QuickBooks handles federal filing automatically and forwards to most states through the IRS's combined federal-state filing program. But if your state needs direct filing, QuickBooks will flag it on this screen. Next, you need to issue this to both the contractor and the IRS. Issuing to the contractor is taken care of by that portal we saw earlier. Automatic filing with the IRS, though, comes with a price tag per form. So, assuming you're okay with it, click Purchase an e-file to complete the process. That's the 1099 workflow. W-9 self-service, automatic payment tracking, and e-file in a few clicks. Now it's up to you to get started. Head to QuickBooks Workforce using the link in the description below for 50% off for 3 months. I'm David DeWinter. I'll see you in the next video.